Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA, Cardano. So also here in a possible turnaround spot at the moment. I'm not getting bullish on ADA here. I'm super bullish on ADA, but short term, I still expect a lower low, which doesn't mean you should not buy. That is up to you. Yeah, I'm not telling you not to buy because we are, and just to highlight that again, we are in this turnaround area. This is the area that I specified for a turnaround of ADA, many weeks ago, between 30 and 54 cents. So from my point of view, this scenario has been fulfilled. We've come into this area in Cardano's wave 2. Why wave 2? Because what ADA did, it moved up in an impulsive wave to the upside in a wave 1. It is now in a wave 2. This was an A, B, C corrective pattern, and it is in a wave 2. And in a wave 2, you, with a high likelihood, you get into this area between the 88.7 and the 78.6% fib level. Usually, many altcoins have moved below that target. So I wasn't even bearish enough, but bear in mind I gave you those targets back in November, December. ADA I had to correct down. I was originally a little bit more bullish, but for a lot of the altcoins, I gave you the 88.7 to 78.6 for ADA as well, but it was originally a different wave count, just to make that clear. But nevertheless, as soon as it became obvious that we're heading in this direction, I adjusted the wave count, and this is based on the wave count. We can't go with a scenario any more high level. This is the scenario, and there isn't much more I could change here. So in here, in this area, you would expect the turnaround, which doesn't mean that for a short period, ADA could not even drop below it. That is absolutely possible. In fact, we've seen a lot of altcoins actually move below that 88.7% fib level, which is here at around 29 to 30 cents. But nevertheless, it doesn't make sense to move this target area lower, because this is the area where you want, or where you want the coins to turn around, all of them. If they don't, it increases the risk of these coins, which doesn't mean they wouldn't have a chance to recover. They do have a chance to recover, but it will just make it harder, because the 88.7% fib level is just related to market sentiment, and a break below that level will just make it harder. That is just how it is. And ADA is holding fairly well. We are still in the target area, but we, in my opinion, have not yet seen a turnaround. And I still think we are going to see a lower low. Ideally, I would like to see a lower low compared to the one on the 12th of May. The low could be in. Absolutely, we've come into the target area. At any point, we can now turn around, and therefore, anybody who's not buying in the target area, don't complain when we go to $1. Very clearly, because this is not guaranteed that there will be another leg down. The fact that we've been talking for months about this target area, we've come into it, I think this shows it's been quite accurate. The thing is now, where are we here? And we won't get confirmation probably before we move out of the target area anyway. So, that the low is in. And at the moment, I don't see that the low is in yet. There is a chance, there is a good chance, because we are in the target area. And this is just between these fib levels, usually in a wave 2, the turnaround point. It has to be, because if it doesn't, then it just massively increases the risk for a certain coin. Okay, and it is not ADA's first wave 2. In the last wave 2, it did go below that level. So ideally, in this wave 2, we don't want to do this anymore. We are here still in this wave count. This hasn't been invalidated at all. I told you yesterday here that I still expect we are in a wave 4. And we can just double check the Fibonacci retracement levels for this wave 4. And it has come to the 50% fib retracement level. It hasn't even touched it. And this is absolutely in line with what a wave 4 would do. I gave you that yesterday, I believe, as a target, 55.2. So I think we had two targets here, either 52.5 or 55.2. That is sort of what you would expect in a wave 4 to be reached anyway. There was a chance here with this spike that the wave 4 was already over, but we had not even reached the ideal retracement area. So usually what you expect here for a wave 4 is to get into this ideal retracement area. It doesn't need to. The 23.6% fib level at 49.1 cents is already enough to turn around, but the with looking at probabilities, the highest likelihood reversal is in this area. So getting into this area, which means here we would expect a reversal. What I'm looking out for now is further weakness in the chart and the sign that we move down in 5 waves, maybe even on a smaller time frame. And I can't see that yet. What I have to tell you very clearly, a move above here, 57.1 cents. Let me just adjust that line. A move above this swing low here would, so wave 4 would need to stay below that level, otherwise it can't be wave 4 anymore. And if you're wondering, well, we've already cut into a price range of wave 1 here. Indeed, we have, but I'm going to change the wave count here slightly. I'm going to, not this is still my wave 1, and this up here is still my wave 2 in purple, but I'm going to change the wave count in a way that this has not been wave 3 in purple yet. Wave 3 in purple would still be expected down here. So I'll add another layer of waves in this move. Yeah. So just to highlight that wave 3 is still coming. Okay. And that wave 4 in purple then. So this would also not be wave 4 in purple. It would just be a different a different layer of waves. Okay. And therefore we can, with this wave 4, cut into this one. What I need to tell you is that this is something I told you before, that I might have to do that because it looks like this has not yet been wave 3 in purple, but I didn't want to confuse everybody, so I left it because it is looking like quite a bit of a complex move down here that's happening. Therefore, I've left it so far, but I'm going to do that throughout the day, I think. And don't worry if this wave 4 in purple cuts into the wave 1 in purple. This is not how it's going to be labeled in the end. But I also would like to see if it really is turning around, because I don't want to do all the work and then see that wave 4 is actually going higher. So I'll leave it for a little bit, but for the moment, just don't bother about this wave 1 here on the left-hand side. I still think we are in a wave 4, it's just not that wave 4 in purple. And message here, bottom line of this video is, I do expect here in this yellow target area the turnaround. I wouldn't be bothered if it moves a bit higher than 55.2 cents, but it needs to stay below 57.2. Otherwise, we have to think about something different very clearly. So for me, focus remains lower, yeah, against 57.2 cents. And yeah, overall, I mean, this here also looked like a bear flag. I told you that. Yeah, we come down, we broke out of to the downside from here. And there is a bit of bullish sentiment around ADA at the moment, and therefore I think it had difficulties to follow the other coins on the way down, which on one hand shows that it's quite strong at the moment. Yeah, it shows the strength also of the project and what's going on in the community, but it also shows that I think there is still another dip to come, 1 or 2. Okay, so keep an eye on that. And as long as we don't have bullish confirmation, I cannot tell you with confidence that we are turning around to the upside. In fact, focus at the moment for ADA remains lower, and the target remains in the low 30-cent range, maybe even lower, but it's too early to really think about that, talk about that. Okay, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.